talented players today. Our first best of five will be between Roxas and Canary, so it should be an exciting ZVT.
Should be two very, very good players. Canary ripping through. Who did he play in the round of eight?
Canary played Mr. Lando in the round of eight.
Lando, yeah, and
Yes.
dominated him. And
Yeah, he
Roxas
won
going,
3-1.
yeah, Roxas going 3-0 against Doohickey to get here. But we're into game one on Dead Wing, spawning in the top left. It is Canary.
Yes. Now, Canary is a strong Terran player from one. And then in the bottom right, we have from Team Unrivaled, Roxas.
Yes, Canary, very strong player, very known for his aggressive plays, his cheesy plays, his Reaper plays specifically. Something he is used quite well, but he can macro just as well as all of them.
Yeah, so again, he's on
And we have a Skype problem. As we are back, I'm pretty sure Koali has dropped. As we wait to catch him up, I am hoping I'm still going out to the rest of the stream.
Sorry about that.
There
My
we go.
my uni internet is not not up to snuff sometimes. So yeah, like we were saying, Canary is a very talented Terran player in Diamond League for Team All Inspiration. Now, what's interesting is he hasn't really played too much this season in the CTL. His record is 1-2, so not the best there, but obviously, just seeing as how he's made the round of four in the CSL, he's quite this talented player.
Yeah, I know specifically, speaking of Canary, he likes to focus on these like individual tournaments,
Hmm.
in comparison to team games. Interestingly enough, he's opening a super fast three barracks, like it's just old school, out of left field builds. No one kind of does this anymore. He's obviously got a plan though.
Yeah, so that's exactly what you're mentioning with his like aggressive play. And then I guess out of Roxas, we just have completely standard play. Roxas is someone who pretty standard Zerg, plays heavily Baneling Muta style ZVT. Likes to go up to a few more mutas than normal, but again, just quite standard play. So we'll see how their styles match up.
Yeah, I'm very interested. This is like straight Marines, even like a supply
Hmm.
cooldown. This build is, I reckon, planned out to a T.
Yeah.
He
It's interesting to
stopped
see if
building
he'll be able
SCVs as
to
well.
be aggressive like on such a large map
Yeah,
as Deadwing, especially in these like cross positions.
yeah.
Mm.
I think he would have wanted vertical positions for this
Yeah,
build.
definitely.
He might just be grabbing a bunch of Marines, pulling all the SCVs and just going for it.
Yeah, especially with that supply call down.
Yeah.
Just trying to get it out as fast as possible, get as many units out.
There's not even a depot queued up now. Lings are chasing the SCV out. But Marines are starting to move across the map now.
Yeah, I'm a little worried for Roxas. He hasn't
Yeah.
scouted this at all. His overlords are obviously taking quite a long time to get there. Yeah, and there goes the SCV pull. So we're going to be seeing a very quick game one.
Yeah.
Very
There's a
aggressive play out of Canary.
lot of Marines. That might be a tell. A couple of drones are in production with a queen. There's no reaction yet from Roxas. I don't think he realizes how bad this is coming
No,
to
exactly. And
him.
there's really no way that he could have expected this. I
No.
mean, we knew there could be aggressive play potential out of Canary, but there's five drones in production, six drones in production for Roxas. So
He's got a few more
this,
lings, but not
yeah,
enough to deal with this. He's got two
yeah,
queens, third at the main, but
this is not. Oh,
oh,
the Lings now scouted, and Roxas is definitely in some trouble here.
yeah, he needs
Oh,
to, yeah, evacuate.
yeah. No, I don't. I honestly don't think there's any way that he can hold
Yeah.
this. Just he does have speed for his Lings, but
Oh, queens are gonna get surrounded.
yeah.
Oh, one does get on. He pulls
So
his own
Canary just going
drones.
in.
Yeah.
Gonna
Just too
see
many
good drone
Marines.
micro.
Yeah.
Um, actually,
Maybe.
really great
Lings
drone
as well.
micro.
Yeah.
It's looking like Roxas is gonna be able to clean this up.
GG. Wow. Just like
Wow,
that.
that
Those
was
links popped.
actually,
I
yeah.
was completely with you. I had no idea at all he'd be able to hold that. I just assumed he'd need Bailings or Spines. I didn't think the drones would be able
Huh.
to fare that well against the Marines. I think
That's
he needed to be fighting everything together. Like he only had his Marines fighting the drones. If he had his SCVs engaging the drones and the Marines just kind of sitting back, might have gone a little bit better for Canary.
Yeah, it felt like he really like planned that build out quite well, but he didn't really plan out like how to execute the attack.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned he had his SCVs fighting the queens, so they got the
Yeah.
quick surround on the queens, but then they just kind of died right away to the queens and lings, and then his marines were just alone and able to be surrounded by the heavy drone numbers. And
Indeed.
so yeah, quite an unorthodox strategy.
Yeah. It's very aggressive.
Yeah,
Which I like. It's Canary
yeah.
style. He's gonna try and catch Roxas out, being maybe a little bit too greedy, which is good.
And I guess, yeah, that's a reasonable kind of tone setter, I guess, tempo setter for, especially on that kind of map. It's maybe not the most Zerg flavored map, but I would say overall quite a good map for like a heavy macros kind of play. So maybe
Yeah.
hope to catch Roxas a little off guard there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Game two on Inferno, which was Canary's map pick as well.
yeah, that's not surprising. As a Zerg player, I know that Inferno is definitely a map that I am not in favor of.
Even if
Especially
you get like cross positions.
yeah, it's like
Uh,
where do you take your third and fourth? Like they're so exposed, so droppable. Uh,
Anyway, we have spawning up in the top right from Team All Inspiration. It is Purple Terran Canary.
and in the bottom right, we have from Team Unrivaled Roxas in the pink. Now these positions, I definitely favor air, which like as we mentioned earlier, Roxas does like mutas, so that's not terrible for him. But I would say overall, it's gonna favor like a heavy early drop play out of Canary.
Yeah. Does Roxas just stay on two bases for a while? Just either goes like if he plays Roaches, he just goes stays on two base ages, gets 1-1, or if he plays
Yeah,
Muta,
I don't.
just goes two hatch Muta.
Yeah, Roxas, I know personally, like he does not like roach play. He's definitely more in favor of that heavy ling micro style, kind of like a life or what have you. But I think Inferno is honestly such a weird map because of that third and fourth base location that we may see him pull out maybe even like a two base meta kind of play. Hmm.
We shall see. We shall see. So we have Barracks and Gas from Canary. Probably a Reaper
Yeah,
experience
so
this
looking
time.
like much more standard play than the last quick three racks only marine.
Yeah. And
Um,
Roxas pull
going pool
first.
first. Yeah. So it's looking like Roxas is gonna play very safe. Um, Probably a little weary after that cheese.
Yeah. I think his plan going into this series was to play
Yeah.
quite safe against Canary.
No, that definitely makes sense. Especially especially given like a map like this. In these positions, it's quite a close map, so definitely not unusual to see.
Lag. Someone's dropping.
Yeah, I don't think it's me this time.
I have Reaper out of Canary. Pool is done for Roxas. Should be having a
Yeah.
queen coming out. A couple of things as well.
So it'll be interesting to see if he goes for a quick gas or if he's just going to play kind of more standard after that earlier pull and just use it purely for that early lane defense.
Yeah, going gasless, pretty risky, I think, against Canary. Mate,
Yeah.
might be okay on this map because it is such a large map.
Hmm.
The chances of multiple Reapers, like plus 4 or 5, probably a little bit low.
Yeah. And we see Canary's going the wrong way with his Reaper initially. It should take quite. It'll be quite interesting to see how long it takes to scout. Oh, and Roxas sees with his Overlord, his second Overlord. But did Canary pick up on that? I'm not. Oh yeah, look. Yeah, he saw the Overlord. Did he?
No, I don't think he did.
Okay, he was just moving that over. Okay.
Yeah, I think
So
he's
yeah,
missed it. Still gasless from Roxas here.
hmm.
Factory coming down from Canary pretty quickly. Followed by his command center on the high ground as well. Super
Yeah.
safe out of him.
So both of these players are pretty playing quite safe, fairly standard. So Roxas does get the scout off much earlier than Canary. Canary is going to scout Roxas last. Um, so that definitely helps Roxas. Oh, this is this is quite cute. So Roxas knew that the Reaper is being sent out because he saw that gas, and so he's just going to try and harass this wall as much as possible.
The macro pulling all the lings down at the last minute
Yeah.
as
I
best
mean,
as he
like, does
can.
he really get anything out of that?
Oh,
Not.
he might even
Oh,
try.
there we
Oh,
go.
he
He
could have even
almost
tried to
had
sneak
to.
in.
Yeah.
He's just delaying Hellions, even that a little bit longer.
Yeah. And he forced Canary to repair that
Yeah.
spotty bow, so there's a little
And
economic damage there.
he caught the Reaper in the main as well.
What's
There's
interesting
no.
is Roxas right now is floating quite a bit of minerals.
Yeah.
Little
Bit of a
supply block.
supply block, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a supply block. But he did get the Reaper, which is nice.
Yeah.
This is just zero intel on the map for Canary.
Yeah. Luckily for Canary, Roxas is playing pretty standardly. And then, so out of Canary, it looks like we're gonna be seeing like that Hellbat drop style. Just, I mean, especially on these, that's like a strong style anyway, and especially on these positions. Just a quick flight from your main to the Zerg main.
Yeah. The speed is started here for Roxas. Needs to throw down a Baneling Nest though to deal with these Hellbats.
Yeah, and what do you think about taking the gold as the third here, as opposed to
Pretty
the other bases?
it's pretty risky. Like it's further away from Terran, which is ideal. You don't really want to expand towards the Terran, but
Yeah,
you really want to get that
that's,
crease bed over there like really quickly because it's just gonna be super hard to defend.
uh,
Especially with Hellbats. And Canary can go there right now and kind of deny it. Not much Roxas can do to stop it, unfortunately.
so we see this
Just
little Hellion push and the Marines coming out. This is going to be quite difficult for Roxas to hold without even his Bane Nest isn't even started.
yeah, hasn't even started the Baneling Nest. I think it's a little bit of a mistake. Probably a little bit greedy here from
Yeah.
him.
Oh, there. Okay, so he's now starting it, but I mean, you have the push almost halfway across the map at this point, and the armory's already done, so we can morph those into Hellbats right away.
Yeah.
So basically, his
He's-
defense is going to come down to Lings and Queens.
Yeah.
yeah,
Queens are kind of out of position here as well. Needs to fall back. No 20 lings in production. Still no Baneling Nest completed. The Hellbats are marching up the door.
oh, this
Needs
is
to buy
going
as
to be a very
much
difficult
time
road
as
for
possible.
Roxas.
Yeah, it just needs to keep buying time, waiting for this Baneling Nest to finish, but I don't think it's going to finish.
No,
Lings engage against Hellbats, which is less than ideal.
he gets a good surround, but
Yeah.
a little bit
Hellbats
of
just
fancy micro.
roasting the Lings, yeah.
No,
Maybe that goes down. It's just two queens left though.
there's that Bailey Nest finishing. He needed that about 20, 30 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
Um, he
Roxas.
is. Canary is not really using his Hellbats most efficiently. He's kind of just roasting his Slayer here. Okay, here we go. He's finally starting to go after
Yeah.
the drones.
Even if like these Lings spawn and like
Yeah.
the Banelings are being morphed, but I think this is their damage is done. He's killed a few drones. He's killed all the queens, which I think is the big
Yeah, that
thing.
really shuts down the Zerg production.
Yeah. He might even get the lair.
If
Yeah,
Roxas
Baneling-
can save this base... Okay, so
Yeah.
Roxas Banelings are done. We're going to see if what he can get done with those.
Yeah. He might
Oh, it's
lose two
looking... Yeah,
Banelings for free.
this layer is definitely going to go down.
Yeah.
And that's just such a huge pickoff. Like, not only is that a base, but that's a tech structure.
Yeah. And Roxas
Yeah.
has got to wait for more Lings here before he can really engage.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
good.
really bad splits out of Canary.
Yeah.
Not really
No, it's
splitting at all.
non-existent.
But I honestly don't know that it's going to matter. He still has Hellions left over, or Hellbats left over, and Roxas really... He does have the gold, but besides that, not really looking too good for the UR Zerg player.
Canary's throwing down his third. He's getting Stim. Getting an extra factory, a couple of extra barracks as well. So Roxas he's still in the game, but just a long way behind. Just Lairs forever away, which means bailing speeds is forever away. Canary loads up a drop, full of Hellions, probably to change into Hellbats. Pretty good overlord coverage here from Roxas. We'll spot this out. Slings almost get in the front door. That would have been nice if they could, but they're not. eBay's only just starting now.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to get really anything done with those lanes, and we have a drop going into his main.
Yeah.
A
Lings
little
are there
interesting
to greet it, yeah, and
There's
Hellbats are in a
those
good position
Hellbats,
too.
yeah.
There's Hellbats, so much damage. He's in a really cute position. A really good micro there with the medivac.
I mean, this is really just like the icing on the cake here. Like,
Yeah,
Roxas is already so behind, and just further hurting his economic position.
yeah. He's down on workers against the Terran, which is never ideal. Does kill that medivac eventually. I mean, like, Canary hasn't started his upgrades, which is nice for Roxas, I guess. But Roxas only has +1 finishing now, just starting +1 carapace. Slowly just catching up and getting his bearings again. It's just the
Yeah,
queens. Having no queens means he has no lava, which means he doesn't have a massive amount of drones. He can just rebuild straight away.
yeah, the queens and the lair. Losing that lair delays his banding speed. It delays his mutas. It really
Yeah.
just delays all his tech. Puts it back so far. We see his lair's about halfway done at the 13-minute mark, and that's typically that would be like a late timing for mutas to be coming out, and his spire can't even be started for another 30-40 seconds.
Yeah. Canary taking advantage of that as well. He's just going full Hellbat mode. No middle
Yeah.
mines. Just lots of Hellions. Getting blue flame. Still hasn't begun his upgrades for his bio units. He's moving across the map here with a pretty big army. I just don't think it can be stopped. All Roxas wants to be doing now is building drones, but he can't. He has to
Yeah.
build lings and banelings.
And this will be very difficult to stop without banding speed. Luckily, Roxas's creep spread is fairly decent. He knows his three bases connected, and he's pushing the creep out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Canary's just sitting 30 supply up, and that's all army.
Yeah.
Um, this will be very difficult to hold. Not
Yeah.
impossible, but at this point, even if he crushes his push, I'm not sure it would really matter that much. His tech is so far behind. As we see
Yeah.
Canary taking the gold as a third behind this.
Yeah. I'd like to see Canary wait for combat shields before pushing up here. That'd be an ideal world.
Yeah.
He might even
Um,
jump on top of this, mate. Yeah, he's gonna jump on top of this third. Be really annoying with this.
and this is that like open positioning you were talking
Yeah.
about. The third is just so weak on this map. It's so hard to
Yeah.
hold.
Loads up a few Hellbats. Gonna try and chase the drones away, but won't get there. That's how he engages as a Zerg player. You're off creep into a pre-split Terran army. It's just parking
Without
over your
banding
third
speed.
base. Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna wait for banding speed and I guess just go. I feel like at this point Roxas knows that he's fighting into very terrible positioning. So
Yeah.
he's just gonna try and get just absolutely fantastic banding detonations, which are really his only hope.
Yeah. And try and engage this low ground first, especially the Marines on the high ground. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like he has to give up this third. But he's gonna go for it off creep. Uh,
Yeah. Pretty good connections. It's probably as best as you could hope for, but probably
yeah,
not enough still.
absolutely. And is he gonna be able to save the third? Oh, he has a transfuse available. Oh, it looks like he's. No, he doesn't have enough.
Not enough. There's a
um,
few mutas out here, but
no.
they won't. That muta won't do well. There's another army attacking the fourth now
Yeah.
for him. Muta's fighting Marines, less than ideal.
No. Exactly. Those mutas. Going for mutas is obviously like a good strategy, Zerg, but they're just so late. You're looking at like 16-minute muta. That's not gonna be too hopeful.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Canary
no
has
cancel
third.
even. That was really good work by Canary actually. Lets the hatch finish and then
There
comes
goes
back
that.
and kills it instead of a cancel. Gonna kill the Baneling Nest, which is massive.
Yeah, he's really just using his like superior economic position to pick Roxas
Yeah.
apart at this point.
Yeah. Roxas might clean this drop up, but he's on two base, which
Yeah.
almost mined out two bases as well.
Essentially, what we're seeing is Roxas is getting quite cost-efficient engagements, but his
Yeah.
economy is just so damaged and so behind that it really doesn't matter, unless he can do some other damage to to Canary's economy.
Yeah. Canary's taking his fourth here as well. A lot of production. His upgrades have now started, halfway finished to 1-1.
Yeah, he's just streaming across the map with huge bioforces. Again, not the best splits out of Canary, but it doesn't really matter at this point. He just needs to rally some
Yeah.
units across the map.
A
Roxas
little,
is going for a counterattack at the undefended third, as well as harassing the main, so good multitasking out of Roxas here. But Canary is just steamrolling into the natural.
yeah. This will get the Bailey Nest as well now.
So
These
he's
Widow
here.
Mines aren't buried. 25 drones go, 25 workers go down.
Yeah,
He
so we
lost
see
quite a few
Roxas
units there.
doing really great multitasking. Oh, and he's losing all his meters in the main.
Yeah. Lost 6 meters.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
I'm really impressed with Roxas's macro. Just off these two bases, he's managed to time and time again get these armies up.
Indeed. Lost all his Bailings though now. Bailing Nest hasn't
Yeah.
completed yet. Good Widow Mine shots there as well. He does have
Interestingly
an
enough,
upgrade.
the income for Canary is much lower than the income for Roxas,
Yeah, Canary's
even
not
though
mining
Canary is
off.
six
Yeah, he's
bases.
got a fourth base there. The third base gold. All the SCVs have died. Lost 30 SCVs. Might have been enough to. It's just how he's going to kill this army. Mutas are
No.
fighting Marines, which is not ideal.
Yeah, that's never a good place to be as Zerg.
Yeah, Bailings are
So
more.
Roxas, big bailing morph, but
The money's out. Like his main's mined out. His natural's getting close. Only a couple hundred on each patch.
mm,
He's trying to retake this gold. Canary shouldn't let him though. That's what it comes down to.
yeah. And then Canary forging across the map again. Just he's kind of refusing to split.
Yeah. Still a few Marines left over. Might be enough for the Lings and Mutas to clean up though.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Again, Marines fighting Mitas, which is never a spot a Zerg player wants to be in.
Drones being caught out here. Gold's going to be surely cancelled again.
Yeah, this is looking like the last army for Roxas. He's just totally mined out. Late Baneling Morph. Yeah, and Canary's army is just looking like it's gonna be able to take the game.
Bailings.
Oh,
Oh,
perfect Widowmine hit.
that should be the end of it. And Canary's had this game won for probably about 10 minutes now.
Yeah,
Shows the
exactly.
ability of Roxas to kind of hang in there.
Yeah, I feel like that's got to be slightly demoralizing for Canary, just seeing that Roxas, with this super small economic position, is able to just have great command and control,
Yeah.
and takes so long to kill. I mean, he lost his lair like like an early Hellbat Marine push.
Yeah.
That's typically pretty game ending for any Zerg player. Oh, there we go. Roxas finally tapping out.
Yeah. Quite impressive display. Well executed opening build from Canary. Let's not take anything away from him.
Yeah,
It's quite a good Hellbat push there. Did catch Roxas with his pants down. Just no Bailing Nest. It wasn't scouted out early enough. If you had the Bailing Nest, it might have been a different story. But those pushes are just infinitely harder to defend if you don't have Bailings.
yeah, exactly.
So we move on to game 3 on Overgrowth.
Now, Overgrowth has obviously been in the map pool for forever. um, not not doesn't really favor any position, any particular race. I know that this is one of Roxas's favorite maps, and it's a map that he definitely feels comfortable on.
Indeed. Indeed. I think I wonder if Roxas will get a little bit aggressive. Maybe take it back
Yeah,
to
we could see
Canary.
that. I'm
Maybe
interested
some.
in if we go for the early pool again.
Yeah.
I feel like that worked out decently well for him. He obviously was able to hold the Reaper aggression, or the Reaper scout, not aggression,
Yeah.
very quickly. And especially on this is a smaller map again.
Hmm.
Obviously not as wonkily laid out as Inferno pools, but
Yeah.
definitely.
It's It's been played on so much that nothing really should be a surprise to Roxas at all. As we do have spawning up in the top right, the pink Zerg from Unrivaled. It is Roxas.
And in the bottom left-hand position, we have the purple Terran from Team All Inspiration, Canary. So
Over.
going into this third game, we've seen a lot of aggression out of Canary. First game, he had that Marine push that didn't really work out as planned. Second game, he had that very well executed Hellbat Marine push. Do you think he'll go for another aggressive play or play a little more standard of a macro game this game?
Nah, I think he's just going aggression.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think he's doing some kind of aggression, I think. I'd be very surprised to see just straight out like a 3CC build out of him or something like that. I don't think it's really his style.
Yeah. I
Um,
know this map is quite popular for, again, like a Hellbat style play,
yeah,
maybe a Banshee. So we'll have to see where he takes it.
yeah, yeah. A Canary has great macro, which is good,
Mhm.
but I think he's definitely doing it off some kind of aggression, whether that be Hellbats or Hellion Banshee or something like that, or even multiple Reapers.
Yeah, what's interesting is these past few games, oh, again, Roxas going for the early pull. Roxas has really been hesitant to add on additional queens, so Banshee play could be quite effective versus him. So
Yeah.
we'll just have to see if Canary wants to go that route.
Roxas still saying gasless for the meantime as well.
Yeah, I think
I
he's
guess
really
they.
just going this early pull as like a total safety measure. Not really planning to apply his own aggression with that, but just trying to maintain that he doesn't die to any sort of like early game shenanigans.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
So no gas like Canary either. Not going to see Reaper this game.
Indeed. SCV scouting around. I like
Yeah,
the Roxas is staying gasless actually.
yeah. This SCV scout, not really seeing. Uh, Canary is trying to shoot down this overlord. Just going to damage it a little bit before it gets over
Yeah. Shouldn't
that
shouldn't
little
get
side
it.
blocker. No. Looking to throw down this CC quite soon. He does have the money, just not. There we go. Finally planting that down.
Both
Um,
players going very wings of liberty, gasless out of everyone.
yeah.
Just
Got
gentleman's
this
agreement. We're
bit.
gonna play a bit of macro.
There we see a gas out of Roxas. Very interesting gas timing. Not really quick enough to have like an early speed, like a 16 gas or something like that, but not really late enough to signify like roaches or something.
Yeah.
Oh, and a little bit of sloppy control, losing two lings unnecessarily.
Do you think having Rox? Do you think Rox is seeing those lings, seeing those Marines out on the map, gets a little bit worried after game one? That
Yeah, I would
maybe,
definitely,
yeah,
especially with I think there were three Marines. That's
yeah. He
not
still hasn't.
necessarily an unusual number, but it is a little aggressive to see them that like about mid map.
Yeah. So he hasn't seen the natural yet either, and still
Yeah.
hasn't seen it. It might force a bit of reaction out of Roxas here.
Hmm.
A few drones, not too worried though. He really wants to get in and see this natural building though.
Yeah. And just really typical play out of Roxas. We see he's going up to three queens. Going to use that third queen for creep spread.
Yeah,
Third CC
Canary.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. And Roxas has got zero idea at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's still droning up, but really needs to get out and take that third. He's got link speed started. Still mining gas as well.
Yeah, I'm really interested in why he's delaying this third so much. Because with no Reaper and no Hellions, you can definitely take that third quite a bit faster than he is. He's finally going sending the drone over to take the third now, but that's about a minute and a half delayed off of
Yeah,
when you'd ideally like to take it.
yeah.
Hmm.
Roxas, Canary definitely getting the build order advantage in this game and proving
Yeah,
me wrong that he will just straight up play a macro game, just straight into 3CC behind Hellions. Roxas has got no idea about still. Just Overlord hasn't spotted it. Doesn't have an Overlord down the left hand side of the map either.
yeah, he's playing a little blind, unfortunately for him.
Yeah.
We do
Uh,
see him adding two additional gases. Probably just going to go quite standard, get 1-1, go up to lair. Roxas definitely is a player who likes to stick to his lings, his banlings, and mutalisks, just kind of powering up that core army. As we saw the last game, his micro with those units is just very, very strong. Especially banlings, he's able to always get like those big detonations because he manually controls the banlings rather than just aim moving his army.
Yeah, Canary actually could be going mech here. Adds on a second factory. No stim started, and I think the barracks is just building add-ons for the moment. Roxas does see the quick 3CC. He's aware of he's playing against a very economic Canary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but at this point, I mean, I feel like Canary just already got the advantage
yeah.
by
It's too
Roxas
it's too
taking
late for
flick.
anything to happen. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I think peace of mind maybe
Mhm.
that this is a 3CC build and he
So
can
we see
feel.
the 1-1 out of Roxas going again for that Lings and Banning mixture that he likes to.
Yeah.
What do you think out of this tank that started for Canary? I
Oh, I
guess we'll
think
be
Canary is just straight up playing mech here.
yeah.
Yeah. Hellions are being sent out.
Um
He's got blue flame started.
yeah. So as a player that does like to dabble in mech, I know. How do you feel about like what do you think the Zerg response to mech should be ideally?
I think ideally it should just be a combination of mutas and roaches. I think
Mm,
like good Zerg players can beat mech with roaches and vipers and hydras and stuff like that, and
yeah.
then like keep changing their composition up. Like if you just get stuck in a swarm host battle, that's what the mech player wants
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah, I think like those constant tech switches is definitely necessary. So you
Yeah,
see these Hellions running up, engaging the Queens. Roxas has very good control and awareness, just kind of backing those down.
yeah,
What he doesn't have great awareness of is his mech play.
yeah. I don't think he knows still yet.
No,
Um, very early Raven coming out of Canary. He could just be going full on a Vilo mech, just super defensive, straight
yeah.
into many Ravens.
Armory started, so yeah, definitely gonna be seeing mech. It's interesting he's still building Marines. I guess just oh, and another Raven started, huh?
Yeah. He doesn't like if you're gonna get the Ravens this early, you may as well get the upgrade. He's throwing down another two barracks. It's
Yeah.
really odd style here.
Okay, so Roxas does scout all the Hellions. Interestingly, his response is to make Lings. Definitely like to
Yeah.
see a rich one out of him.
This would be confusing for Roxas here. I'm
Yeah.
not sure he's seen the Raven. The Raven's
No.
gonna be actually kinda cool just to kill creep. This
Yeah.
one tank just kinda adds a lot. Makes it really
Oh,
difficult to
here we get the
engage.
Hellbat Morph. Baneling's out of Roxas, so Roxas does know this is coming. At least he knows part of it's coming. He knows the Hellbats are coming.
Yeah.
Um, so huge Link swell.
Yeah. This is that kind of holy crap moment here for Roxas. Bailing's just start, but it's no bailing speed yet. And this
No,
tank
it's yeah, barely
is
started Bailing speed.
massive. He can focus fire the bailings with the tank.
Yeah. And his drones just kind of left on an island out here. Can't really
Yeah.
engage. So Roxas is going to go for it. Bailing's moving forward. Good Bailing hits on the Hellbats. Not great splits. Tank
Does
didn't
clean
really
this up.
target for the Bailings. So
Yeah,
Roxas
no.
looking like he's going to be able to clean this up, but
He
definitely
gets
quite a few drones going down.
yeah, he does get 8 drones for his troubles. Want to be careful not to lose the last of those. Very close. Well held there. And so like now Canary's going for this hybrid style. They'll throw down two eBays. And he's still building Hellions for
Mm.
Hellbats, but Stim's just super far behind. Medivacs are forever away. He's still keeping up the pressure here with these Hellions and the Ravens, which is nice. A few auto turrets, which is
Oh, and
kind of
these
cute.
these Hellions getting surrounded.
Yeah,
Not,
they need
not
to be
look,
Hellbats.
yeah. No, I feel like that definitely did not go Canary's way. It
Uh,
looks like with his transition back into like we were saying a more hybrid style, that was what he had envisioned as a killing push with like that one tank and all the Hellbats, and he really
yeah,
can't be happy only getting 7 or 8 drones.
yeah. Like Roxas 2-2 is almost finished. He's gonna have 2-2 before Canary's 1-1's finished.
That's not a great
Stim
position.
hasn't finished. No combat shields. Not really a high number of Marines. I mean, his work account is brilliant, but
Yeah,
Roxas is as well. And Roxas is
and I
taking his
think
fourth.
yeah, with
Creep
Roxas,
split is
you look at
really
the
cool.
production tab and you see all these lings. I think Roxas, he knows the position he's in. He knows that he held that push quite well.
Yeah,
Well, he
and
hasn't
even
really scouted.
caught the Banshee as well, which is nice. Before it even got to the drone line, it got some damage done.
So yeah, Roxas's 2-2 is about to finish up. I'd really, I really expect him to put on quite a bit of pressure. With that 2 upgrade advantage, and even before combat shield is done, that's
Yeah.
just Your units are just straight up better than the other players' units, which
Yeah.
is always a good place to be when you're attacking.
Yeah, his macro's been quite on point here. Not missing too many injects either. And we should see nothing but units here out of Roxas.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bailing shot here coming in the third. He's going to roll the bailings out first.
Oh, hitting right before that wall finishes.
Yeah. Should
And he
get
gets all the SCVs at that
yeah,
base. That's
good
quite a
manual detonation, then gets out of there as well.
yeah.
Fall back, start around of bailings to defend this counter attack from Canary. Should have plenty in the tank here to clean this up.
I do like the Canary still has that Raven, but what I'm worried
Yeah.
about him, his medevac count is just so low.
Yeah.
He has two medevacs and they're quite low in energy. And
Yeah,
they're not
he's
even using
attacking
army.
before 1-1 as well.
He's
He's
attacking
probably like,
without combat shields before 1-1.
yeah.
Onto the Zerg's creep.
Auto Seeker onto probably a link. Didn't come off though. Where's the last ditch attempts? Roxas still got quite a bit of army left over. Does hold that push quite well. Canary's thrown down to fourth. Probably just spending his money at the moment.
Yeah, this is not going to be a
Yeah.
sustainable position.
Yeah. He's gonna kill the last of this army. Get all these mules as well, which is good. Mule Hammer did drop down for Roxas. For Canary. Canary's not broke, but
Yeah. No, there's
can't
really no way he can hold this. He's
work
down
it.
2 upgrades to his Zerg player, who's up 70 supply.
Yeah. These
Which is
mutas haven't really
never-
done anything either. They've kind of just been sitting off.
And there's the
Not
GG
even
of Canary.
contributing. GG. Well held there by Roxas. Kind of a cute little build though from Canary. But yeah, it didn't do anywhere near enough damage to kind of warrant that significantly late stim, significantly late upgrades.
No, I feel like I felt like again it was a well thought out build, just like game one, but just not executed ideally. He kind of had the tank. He had the tank in good position, but it didn't really target fire the banelings, and he didn't really split the hellbats, so it just kind of resulted in a massive amount of banelings just rolling over his army, which as a Terran player is never a position you want to be in.
I agree. Game 4, Vani. What do you think for this map?
Um, Vani is a weird map. It is like an easily splittable map, so could be seeing some mech again out of Canary. I know Roxas doesn't like Swarmhost, but could see Swarmhost out of Roxas. Mutas are good on this map. It's yeah, again, it's kind of like the last map in that it doesn't really favor one of the races quite heavily, but it favors certain compositions a little bit.
Yeah, I like this map, but I play mech pretty
Mhm.
exclusively. Canary possibly might go mech on this map as well. It's a really good map for Zerg. In fact, that like they can shut down the map like halfway quite easily, get overlords down the side, get your creeps spread out, and you can kind of just see everything that's happening coming towards you. It's really hard for the Terran to surprise the Zerg on this map, which I like. So we have spawning in the top of Varney Research Station in pink. It is the Zerg player Roxas.
And then in the bottom middle position, we have in the purple, All Inspirations player Canary.
Match point for Roxas to move on to the grand finals of the Turbo Star League.
Yes. So Roxas this season in the Triple Star League has performed very well. He advanced in first place in his round of 32 group 4-0, and in second place with a map score of 5-2 in his round of 16 group. And then, as you mentioned at the beginning of the cast, won 3-0 over Doohickey in the
Yeah.
round of 8.
The only series he's dropped was a best of 3 against All Inspiration Stark, the ZUZ, which is actually probably the series of the tournament so far.
Yeah, it's quite close.
Ended with a
Um,
6 pull on Varney, which was incredible.
Intense. As
I don't
easy
think
it is.
Roxas will lose to that ever again, to be honest.
Yeah,
This is
that's
one of those builds that will give
one
you
of those builds
nightmares.
just- yeah. So we see Canary going with the standard Reaper expand, or what will probably
It
become
was a little bit faster. It was 11 gas out of him as well. I'm probably going to see multiple Reapers out of him, I think, here.
Yeah.
Should go
and
up to
then-
2 or 3.
And then on Roxas, we can see that early pool. How do you feel like that's do you feel like that's helped him this series, or just kind of put him
Um,
behind, or just been like neutral?
I think it's definitely putting. I think it's more almost a state of mind, like a mental thing. Like
Hmm.
I feel like nothing that Canary has done so far couldn't be held with a hatch first.
Yeah.
But I think it's just that state of mind that Roxas just wants to play defensively, and so he is taking the pull first every game just to help him with that mental approach. I guess I don't think it's really contributed too much. I like that he's taking this outside base as well.
Yeah. How do you feel about bases, maps with in-base expansions?
I
Like,
don't really love them. Like, it doesn't bother me too much though. As a Zerg, I like taking the one out the front just because just the creep spread potential is so much better,
and then you can easily secure the
and you get
in-base one.
a free third base pretty much. That outside natural, not spotted from Canary yet either.
Yeah. So we see Roxas playing super safe. He's going up to six lings instead of the two or four that you typically see. So this
Yeah,
Reaper should be definitely shut down. Be
yeah.
really surprised if that gets anything done.
Well, the lings are out on the map, and the bunker's been started. Was that spotted by Roxas? It was spotted by Roxas. Should see the lings turn around now.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to focus
So
that
this
SUV.
Queen's gonna target that.
Doesn't want to lose this Reaper either.
No.
Does shut down the bunker, which is super nice. Multiple Reapers out here for Canary. But losing that bunker is less than ideal. He can still get some work done with these Reapers, but having that bunker would have been super nice. Just kind of spotted the last minute by the Overlord.
Yeah, that's really
It's
unfortunate.
unfortunate timing, yeah.
I find it interesting that he would go for this kind of heavy Reaper play after seeing the past couple games that Roxas has committed to that earlier pool.
Well, I
Oh,
think
he's gonna
that
be able to pick off the drone.
Yeah, I think possibly the reason why is Roxas has been playing quite gasless a little bit, and
Mhm.
so Reapers can punish a gasless player
Yeah.
if they're out of
Now, so
position.
we see the Reapers doing a little bit of damage, picking off three lings and a drone.
Yeah, I think it's plenty of damage for these Reapers. It's more than they probably intended. He should force some extra lings here. There's Canary. Roxas being ballsy, just droning completely up here. No extra lings.
Yeah, I think with his
Like,
three queens, Roxas feels quite safe.
yeah, bit of a risk. Extra two lings just been built here.
Just being annoying again.
Yeah,
Um, I feel like that's really one of Roxas's specialties. He just tries to be as annoying as possible and
yeah,
hope that the opponent slips up a little bit.
yeah.
Oh, it's the Spuddy Bill's actually burning down.
Oh,
So
surely he doesn't get in there.
Canary's gonna pull some workers, try and repair that.
Yeah.
Oh, and here comes the Hellions. So this damage should stop momentarily.
Doesn't see the third though, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Would have been just a nice bonus there. Might even it
Oh, and he
does.
stops. Oh no, he didn't stop. He just
Gets the
runs in.
links in and
He
sees
runs in. He
it.
sees literally everything that Canary
That's yeah.
has.
Unfortunate Canary. Canary's still microing like a champ with these Reapers. Speed is about to finish though, so these guys
Yeah,
probably need to
that'll
get out of there.
that'll put an end to that.
Yeah. He hasn't really killed too much. Just a bunch of lings really. No queens going down though.
Yeah, what's really impressive out of Roxas is he hasn't really responded to this Reaper bait, and he
Yeah.
hasn't. Canary
Yeah.
hasn't really forced too many extra lings.
No, that's kind of what you're wanting out of these three Reapers. You kind of just want to stop drones being built. You might get a couple of drones here and there, but that's just kind of a bonus. The real goal is kind of just to force more lings out. Just force bad
Yeah,
engagement, stop
it's
creep.
kind of like that hidden economic damage. You don't really see it on like the workers kill tab, but
Yeah,
when the Zerg is substantially behind in drones, that's how you know that the Reaper is effective.
yeah. And Roxas building another 14 drones is going to take a massive lead here. Feels pretty safe seeing that third command center.
Yeah, so
Overlord is coming into scout as well now.
we
Should
see
see
the
primary.
Banshee and the Armory coming out
Yeah,
for Canary. Roxas is going to scout that Armory. So he should know. He should know what's coming. It'll just be down to can he stop it?
should see a Baneling nest. He has a lot of gas built up.
Yeah,
Alien's already here though. No Baneling nest again. And Roxas is building the lair at the front base as well.
huh? Yeah, it's really interesting. He's delaying his Bailey Nest this long.
Yeah. Especially after seeing the armory. Still hasn't started it. Just trying to defend with queens only. He's got a sport collar for the Banshee, which is nice, but Lings have
Oh, good,
popped.
good link pop. Gonna be able to push these Hellions back a little bit. Oh,
Indeed.
I really want to see him put down this banding nest.
Yeah.
That's definitely funny.
Hellbats
Here
have
comes Hellbat
transfers.
Morph.
Yeah. Easily enough Hellbats here to do some damage. But
It's
shoot,
interesting
still
that
no Bailing Nest.
Canary's waiting. Not really sure what he's waiting
Yeah.
for. Oh, he's
Well,
okay. There
he
we go.
probably just doesn't know that there's no
Yeah.
Bailing Nest. It's 10 minutes in the
So
game,
he's
he's
gonna
probably
try and
assuming
pick up
there
his
is one.
score.
But, how does Roxas engage this with just Lings?
Yeah, he's doing his best.
Hellbats,
Picking off
so
one
good.
of the Hellbats. Two are very low. Banshee is very low. Oh, and he's just gonna go right into this mineral line.
Yeah.
Trying to see what he can get done. Pulling the queen from the main. Never a position you want to be in. Picks and does pick off that Banshee, which is quite a good pick off.
Yeah.
Really great control by Roxas. I'm really impressed that he was able to take care of that quite well without. I mean, his
You know,
painting nest still has not started.
he lost two drones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he lost two drones and a queen. Um, so definitely not the
Scanners.
damage that Canary wanted. Oh, and let's see. Oh, he does get the Hellions surrounded. Really unfortunate for him. It just seems like Roxas is able to just control these lings so well. And just get really great engagements that you would think he would otherwise not be able to get.
Good
Queen's are
transfuse
targeting
there.
this Banshee.
Yeah. Pretty good micro there from Canary, pulling back the band. Does
Oh, he
lose it
does lose the
eventually though.
Banshee.
Yeah.
You get a
Canary
little bit extra out of that for his two transfuses.
going to land his third. Building up these Marines. Still no upgrades started though. Has his
Yeah.
eBays finished.
And Roxas is unfortunately supply blocked. This is sadly like a really critical time when his Spire just pops and he wants to get as many meters as possible out.
Yeah.
So we do see Lings streaming across the map, gonna try and do some economic harass. Probably just to prevent like turrets from going up so he knows his
Yeah.
units can later come in. Oh, and he's losing. That was a good pick off from Canary.
Yeah.
Able to kill those Lings with no problem.
Turrets are being started here as well. So these meters aren't going to be able to do too much economic damage.
No.
Canary in
Finally,
a pretty good spot, I think, here. Yeah, finally the Bailing Nest coming down. 12 minutes. I'm not sure why. He had so much gas as well. I
yeah.
know he wants to bank them up for mutas, but like if Roxas had held that push and still had the 70 drones, he could kind of just snowball a victory. Now I think the game is very much even.
Mhm.
Both players in a good spot.
We
Quite a
see
few
a very
turrets.
lot of turrets, yeah. Positively metalcore-esque.
Yeah.
um,
Almost losing a Mutalisk. Should go back and be healed up. This
yeah, so we're
production
seeing
is
game
starting to explode.
stabilizing. Just getting that 3 base production out from both players. Roxas is going to try and take a fourth here. That'll be blocked by the Hellion.
Oh, not quite. Spotted right away though, which
yeah.
is ideal. Roxas trying to get something done, but
Yeah. Trying to get something out of these mutas. Not going to be able to pick off their combat shields. Oh, I
Oh.
really like that.
loses two mutas as well.
Yeah.
His
Not
burning
really
should
fun about
be
these
repaired. Should be repaired. There we go. He's being repaired,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Canary's starting to push across the map.
Yeah.
Those Hellions will turn into Hellbats. This should be quite a scary push. And it's going to hit before banding speed.
Yes. Ling's getting good control there from Canary. Does get away. Bailing need to start now.
So they would
No
get that
banding speed
huge
there.
Hellbat morph.
Yeah.
Hellbat transformation. Oh, and his
He's
Baneling's
Bailing's-
morphing in a really
yeah.
bad position. Gonna be able to be picked off by Canary.
He's Roxas trying to engage, but engages pretty poorly. No
Oh,
splits
really good
at all.
damage with the
Yeah.
Banelings. Will
It's
be
not
enough.
enough here.
No.
Fourth should be
Definitely not
cancelled.
going to be able to hold this fourth.
Should get a cancel. No cancel. Canary just moves on. He's gonna try and get as much damage as he can.
Yeah, going to go for the kill here.
40 Lings in production. There's a few mutas left over, but not enough. A lot of hurt Marines though.
Yeah.
Lings might be enough to clean them up themselves.
It doesn't have the Banelings. It's really unfortunate out of Roxas.
Yeah. This Canaries all of a sudden has a 50 supply lead. It's kind of GG called. Kind of just snowballed to Canary's favour. Roxas is in pretty good position, but that Hellbat Banshee push not dealt with ideally. Clearly did a lot more damage than expected. So
Yeah,
we'll
that was
move
a
on to
really interesting game.
yeah. Um, like if you just had that Bailey nest, it was just held so much easier. All of a sudden, he's up to 70 drones and he can go and attack. Instead, he tried to hold it without Bailings, and Canary evened up the game and then kind of just
Yeah,
turned his way to victory.
I'm really interested in if that was like an intentional move to delay that banding nest, maybe with the hope of getting a few more metas out, or if it was really just a mistake out of Roxas.
Indeed, indeed. Game 5 on Catalina.
This is an interesting map. Taking a third, your third is quite far away. Your fourth is even further away. It's good for drops. It's good for Reaper. But I know Roxas does like it quite a bit. Again, with his muted playstyle, it's strong just with a large main for that harass. So probably again gonna be seeing mutas out of him. Wouldn't be surprised to see the early pool again.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if Canary has a cheeky Reaper build plan for this map as well.
Yeah. No, I know
Game
Mass
five.
Reaper is quite strong in this map.
Yeah, just as Roxas is feeling comfortable and safe, Canary goes back to his roots. I just want to say it. Ever since like it was about maybe 6 months ago, it was in a tournament. It was the first Couches League, and Canary was in there, and no one knew who he was at that stage. And the first round, he like played everyone in best of three and just kind of wrecked everyone with just Mass
Yeah.
Reaper, as no one knew that that's just what he does. Like every matchup, TVT, TVZ, TVP even just went Mass Reaper and just killed everyone. It was quite funny.
Yeah.
And ever since then, everyone just kind of has this impression about him that he doesn't know how to macro or anything like that, which he clearly
Just
does.
just the Reaper King. Yeah, as we saw
Yeah.
that last game, his macro is quite strong. When he can get up those three bases without taking huge economic damage, he's able to macro with keep up with Roxas, who's one of the stronger macro players in the CTL for sure.
Yeah. As we are having a quick break, waiting for Canary to come back, which is nice. Which is nice. You think you're gonna qualify for the next season, Koali?
I don't know. I tried today.
Yeah,
I was
how'd you
really
go today?
unfortunate. Yesterday I didn't play.
Yeah.
I meant to stay up, but just just I put a movie on.
Yeah.
Nice chill documentary, which turned out to be the wrong decision as I fell asleep about an hour before the qualifier started. So hopefully I'll be able to qualify
Who knocked
this
you out
season.
today?
Ziglu on our team.
Really?
Yeah,
Who
I
who
got
actually
two of.
qualified?
I'm not sure. Um,
Yeah, I haven't even looked yet. I only just
no,
woke up.
I
Of
haven't looked.
course.
I know it was a little bit of a smaller turnout than yesterday.
Yeah, I
Probably,
expected as much.
yeah.
Yeah, I tried
Um,
qualifying yesterday, but got Nick Kazi in the first round. I
that's
actually always
that's
took yeah, I pretty much took a map off him, but
that's
sucked
good.
and
Yeah,
stuffed up the base trade. I had him beat.
yeah,
Like I went proxy Thor drops, which is brilliant. And he went for that tank Raven drop. So
yeah, yeah.
just late aggression. So I caught him with his pants down and just messed up the base trade like no
Uh,
tomorrow. Like lost my Thors because my SCVs didn't go for earlier to go and repair. It's just
always
silly stuff
unfortunate.
like that. If I was actually good at the game, I would have beaten him. So frustrating. Oh,
Okay, so
um,
here we have game five, the final game.
the decider of spawning in the bottom right from Team Unrivaled. It is the Zerg player Roxas.
And in the top right, in the 1 o'clock position, we have the purple Terran player from Team All Inspiration, Canary. Now, something I wanted to talk about real quick was the color choices of both these players. So how do you feel about Roxas's pink color choice as a Zerg player?
It's interesting. Interesting. I think yellow is the best Zerg color by
Really,
far. Yeah,
I'm like very passionate about my pink Zerg.
yeah.
That's just like,
Just
oh, it
stop,
just seems to go the best with them.
stop trying to copy Stefano.
Yeah,
That's what I.
no, it just, I mean, I don't know if it's copying as much as like
Yeah,
we both just recognize that it's it's clearly
yeah.
the superior choice.
I think like after watching a lot of games, especially when you got like the color, like the color boost feature kind of going.
Yeah.
The yellow just looks so cool.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. I like the yellow banelings. That's a good point.
Yeah,
And then I think Canary going with the purple. It's a pretty strong Terran choice. Terran to
yeah,
me is like blue or purple. That seems like
yeah,
a color that suits them.
yeah. I
So we
agree.
do see Roxas again going for the early pool. Like you mentioned, this map is very strong for Reapers, so
Mm.
he's definitely mindful of that. And then it looks like Canary is going for the gas barracks opener.
Should be seeing multiple Reapers out of him, I think. Be surprised if it's a quick factory.
Yeah.
Roxas just pull first every game. Like I said, I don't think it like changes his ability to defend his early aggression. I think it's just a mental thing. It's like he just doesn't want to be caught out,
Yeah,
which
I feel like
is
it would help against like super aggressive play, like proxy 2x or something. But
yeah,
with the kind of aggression we're seeing out of Canary, it's like delayed two base aggression,
yeah.
except for that first game, which was a little bit of an anomaly.
Mm,
But yeah, like you said, it's just kind of peace of mind knowing that it's kind of like you're subconsciously telling yourself that you're doing the best you can to avoid any sort of like early game shenanigans.
yeah.
So we do see the
Multiple,
six lanes out of Roxas,
yeah.
yeah.
Multiple Reapers out of Canary as well.
Hmm.
We shall see. Should leave these lings back at home. Probably
Yeah.
shouldn't be out on the map. Really wants to test UV though, but we'll lose a few lings here. Bit of a mistake there from Roxas,
Um,
perhaps.
I
Probably
assume
gonna
that
use
Roxas is mindful of last game or on the Vani game when
the bunker
the bull went down.
shenanigans. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the bunker's right in his face.
Huh. So definitely
Ballsy.
aggressive bunker play. We do see
Yeah,
a quick gas going down for Roxas.
yeah,
Oh, and he's going to try to pick up this SUV, and he is going to get it.
yeah. He's lost three lings though. That's the beauty about this multiple Reaper kind of stuff. It's just gonna force more lings in theory. Roxas last game kind of being ballsy and not building lings. I think he's gonna need to in this game though.
Yeah, we see a
Has,
third Reaper coming out.
yeah, has three hurt lings here. Only a Queen, which is already starting to get whittled down a little bit.
Hmm.
Half health already.
Yeah.
This
We do
bunker
see like
still
again
hasn't
that three
gotten
queen
things.
opening.
There
I
we
feel
go.
like the three queens is definitely the strongest opener for this matchup. Oh, picking off the creeps in
Oh,
there. That's really annoying
massive.
for Roxas.
Good work there by Canary.
Yeah.
Gonna swing around now with these three Reapers as well. Try and get
This is
some
just the
more
beauty of
damage.
Catalina. You can swing
Yeah.
from the natural to the main so quickly with Reapers.
Yeah, might lose a queen, possibly. No, it does push these back. He is focus firing a queen here. Good micro out of both players, actually. Targeting hurt units, pulling hurt units back.
Yeah.
Both queens, three of the four queens are below half health.
Yeah, so we
Still
see
no
Roxas
extra.
just continue to add on queens. And
Yeah,
getting a spine.
yeah.
Very
Just
safe
really
play.
refusing to build extra links, really.
Yeah.
Which I guess you have to build those extra queens and um, getting the spine if you're going to build more, not build more lings.
Oh, he's
There's
totally
two.
two
Doesn't want to
extremely.
lose his queen. Yeah, it does lose one
Yep.
queen. Ideally, doesn't want to lose another one,
Yeah.
but he's still building queens here. Hasn't missed an inject in all this time, which is good. The
Very
spine crawler
impressive. Oh, he
readjusting.
does lose another. Oh, he's gonna save it. That's
Oh, that 5 health queen. And link
that
speed's
is
almost finished now as
first control
well.
right there. Yeah.
Difficult to continue on.
And we do
Canary
see back
throwing.
like Canary
Yeah,
macroing up like a baller. Just super standard
extra
against
barracks
barracks.
before
Yeah.
the third command center though. The Overlord does spot out exactly what's happening. Stim
So
starter for Canary.
do you think he'll try and be aggressive with the extra barracks, or just is that like for safety?
Yeah, I think he's getting aggressive. I would expect an armory coming down with the next bit of gas. Possibly a medevac maybe, but I'd like to see an armory.
So
Yeah,
Roxas again.
is
I
medevac
find it
though.
interesting he's going for such a quick lair before either 1-1 or Baneling Nest.
Yeah.
Definitely prioritizing that quicker muta over like maybe the safety of a Baneling Nest and the
Drone
upgrades.
sneaks out.
Yeah,
Luckiest drone in all of the land.
yeah. Oh, this is just so annoying as a Zerg player to have like the Reaper Hellion combo there. You just can't spread creep at all.
Yeah, he just wants to spread creep. He wants to be able to connect these bases, and he just
Yeah,
can't at the moment.
a lot
He
of
can't.
lings.
A lot of links,
Oh, he's
which is
gonna try and
good.
get this round. Oh, good micro out of Canary.
Yeah, I like that he's staying near the cliffs. Moves the
Yeah.
whole way back, just staying near cliffs. Doesn't want to be surrounded. Might lose the
He might get the
Reapers.
Reapers.
Yeah,
Yeah, he gets. Looks like he's gonna get one.
one, maybe two.
Yeah, that one's dead. Okay, gets two Reapers. It's really impressive though that those Reapers managed to stay alive for so long.
Yeah. Roxas needs to get this creep spread going. And these three queens idle at the moment. Lair is finished. Spire does begin. But again, no Bailey Nest.
Hmm. Yeah, it's
Armory
really
just
interesting
starting.
because
Oh, there we go. Armory starting for Canary. It's a little bit late, I think.
oh, he cancels the Spire.
Yeah. Changes his mind
That's
to
a
Bailey
bad
Nest. Seeing
miss.
that many Hellions. Probably could have let the Spire
Yeah,
finish though. That Armory, I'm not sure if a mistake or not. He's had the gas for a while.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
really interesting decision out of Roxas to kind of really prioritize that Spire, and then after
Yeah.
putting it down, realizing that he wanted to go in that Bailing Nest direction.
Yeah. Now he's just like got a lot of gas, just not going to be utilized anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. This armory being late, it's not the biggest deal. It just means he has more Hellbats at a later time, I guess. There's a big push
Link's gonna
forward
try and
here.
get us around.
Oh,
Good micro. Oh, this is
like
really
there,
unfortunate
yeah.
for Roxas.
Yeah, Roxas down in supply. Bailey Nest just finished now, but he's got no links to morph to Bailey. It's 24 in production.
One
Queens
Baneling.
here.
It's sad,
Yeah.
lonely Baneling. Just sitting on the
But
ramp. Picked
Swineclaw
off.
here, not being helpful, but Hellbats are transforming.
Oh, this is a
Canary pushing
goal.
up. This is not looking good for Roxas at all. Lings do pop. Needs all of the Banelings though.
Again,
Has
just
only
two or three
one.
Banelings.
There we go. Starts 16. But is that enough? I do not know.
Yeah,
Good
it'll
hold
come
position
with
here on the ramp.
splits. Yeah. Again, he's gonna probably be able to get this lair. It's really interesting to me that Roxas builds a lair at the natural. A little bit more vulnerable. Oh, Baneling's going down. Good detonations.
Yeah. He
Picking
does get
off.
the lair. Saves the Marines. The
Yeah,
Marines
saves the
will.
Marines and gonna drop at the third. Nice
Yeah.
decision out of Canary.
And all the Banelings are gone. There's 14 Lings in production, but that's not going to be enough to clean this up.
This is a really bad position as Zerg player.
Yeah. Drones
Roxas
being.
pulling the drones to fight.
Yeah. Canary has done it though. He has broken Roxas.
Yeah.
Roxas going to stay and fight most admirably. Just a few queens here.
Yeah, does pick off that medevac, but I mean, again, you're dealing with a Zerg on one base versus
Yeah.
two base Terran.
There's still Marines here. Going to kill all the queens, which is
Yeah,
always good. And
GG out of
GG
Roxas.
is
And
called.
Canary
Canary
takes the series 3-2.
moves on to the finals. Congratulations to Canary. He moves on to face the winner of Peace Oster and Stark, which will be our next series coming up in a short little while. But congrats to him. Roxas bows out in third or fourth place.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely strong tournament out of Roxas, but for Canary, you gotta appreciate really well thought out builds, just attacking um, again and again at the perfect time. If he had waited maybe 20 or 30 seconds, Roxas would have just had no chance of holding um, that push with the Banelings. But again, Canary just finding the perfect window before the Baneling Dust finishes to do his Hellbat aggression.